Today is all about the side cut machinery and cutting on the footpath. The concrete here is reasonably tough. It's been around about 50 years in the concrete footpath, and it's proving rather hard to cut, I guess. But it's interesting, and I guess in the future, when we have the opportunity, we won't necessarily go down the concrete path. If there's grass berms and there's nothing there, we would go down the grass berms for sure. So bear that in mind. So with this technology of the big wheel cutting along the footpath or the road, if it wasn't for the Hutt City Council, we wouldn't be here, and allowed us to dig 450 in the road. They've allowed us to dig 250 in the footway. That's not generally accepted across New Zealand at the moment, but I think it is something that will have to be addressed to give us the rollout potential of the microculture. In the footway, our hope is that we may cover the duct with a cover of a small amount of concrete. If you actually backfill with a small amount of concrete and then the grass or indeed the concrete footpath, then you may actually get a compromise of protection, shallowness and speed, because if you can go down the footpath at 250, you'll miss most services. Ideally, when this rolls out, maybe in a wider scale, we can get the speed of the operation to the point where it's less disruptive for the residents. We're keen to connect a few houses and see what happens with the connection process. As part of the trial, we're standing up a cabinet. We've got a fibre cable going back to the exchange, and the cabinet will become live with the fibres, if the residents will allow us, of course, and that they'll want to take up the service that can be offered across it.
Why we have decided to develop Sidecut? The first goal was to be able to build the last mile, the last meters of the new FTTH networks. And this is why we have decided to design a machine as small as possible to be able to operate in very narrow situations. The oldest way to make a crossing, you need to close the road and to disrupt the traffic for many hours or quite a day. And with the Sidecut machine, you just need exactly at the same place, you just need a few minutes to cross, and you will be able to reopen the traffic just after. The second one, which is now the more used in countries, is the RT80. So as the cutting equipment is bigger, we have decided to keep the machine as small as possible, so we have to remove the vacuum system. So in this case, the spoils are laid along the trench, but you will see on site that it's very, very low quantity, so it's quite easy to remove. Then the small machine is able to go straight or to make some very tight curves. So this one is able to open micro trenches up to 55 mm wide to 50 deep. It's exactly the same system as SkinFast, a wheel with teeth support. So when we need to adapt the width of the trench, we just need to change the teeth support. The concrete of these footpaths are quite hard, so we are not running at the maximum speed. We are probably at the lowest speed today. The speed will increase a lot when we have to trench through ash field or even in the grass berm. Our only limit in the grass berm will be the maximum speed of the machine itself. The GPR investigation is very, very important. We won't be able to use these technologies without a very accurate location of all the existing services. Usually we try to install the pits or manholes a few days or a few hours before trenching. Then there is the trenching operation. Then very simple laying, and the backfilling and the final restoration. So we have a lot of possibilities in terms of backfilling, and because we haven't the same constraints as under the road. backfill and to make the final restoration. It could be with simply with sand. In UK, they have used most of the time just clean sand, which is compacted with a very efficient tool. It could be a clean fast mortar, exactly the same mortar. It could be also hot mix. It could be a specific mortar we have designed for the RC50 version, which come on bags on site. We have developed a specific small mixer equipped with a pump, and we inject the mortar with a sort of this kind of syringe inside the micro trench. But as this mortar is quite expensive, we can't use the same mortar for wider trenches. So thank you very much.